What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be unboxing and trying out this guy, the Takstar SGC-598. So let's jump into the video. Let's get right into it. So we're going to unbox this guy, and this is a microphone that's going to sit on top of your camera. So I've been looking at getting one of these for a while, and Rode is the big player in this game, I think, for DSLR microphones. And I do think that they're really good. I just didn't want to spend 300 bucks on one of these guys. So did a little research and came across this one. And I'm really curious to see how well it performs. So the main reasons I wanted this microphone is so when I'm recording in this setup, I can have a better microphone on my camera to sync when I'm using a different external microphone. And then also to use while I'm out and about, kind of as a run and gun microphone. And I'm not looking for super high-end, high-quality audio. I just want something that's going to do a decent job of capturing the audio. So for $27, that's right, 27 bucks, I figured I would give this a try and see how it works. So those are some of the reasons why I kind of wanted to pick up this microphone. And I'm really curious to see how it does for $27 versus a Rode mic that is closer to around, say, $300. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. So let's unbox this, and then I'm gonna try it out for a few days and then come back and finish making this video so I can give you guys my final thoughts on it, tell you what I think, show you some examples, and really just see how it works. So let's get in here. So we got the box here, the Takstar SGC-598. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. So right in the top here, we have a nice little bag to keep this thing in. Nice, fuzzy little bag. Put that on the side. Got some nice foam packing. Got your instructions. Always recommend that you read through the instructions just so you know what everything is and how it all works. And then let's see, we've got a couple little clips in here that are actually for the shock mount, or so-called shock mount on there. I'll put those on the side. And then we've got the microphone itself. And that's all we got in the box here. Yep, that's it. So put that on the side. So here it is. The microphone itself actually feels pretty sturdy. It's got a little bit of weight to it, a lot more than I thought for 27 bucks. So to attach it to your camera, it's got a little spin dial here where you just hook it to your hot shoe mount. And then on the microphone itself, it's got a few buttons here. We have the on-off button. We have a plus 10 dB boost. So over here, they call it a bass filter switch, but it's actually a high pass filter. So it's gonna knock everything out below a certain frequency and then allow the other signals to pass through to kind of get rid of some of that boomy, bassy low end that you may pick up with a microphone like this. Now the microphone itself looks like it's sitting on a little shock mount here. It's got little rubber, I don't even know what these things are called, little rubber clips, I guess, that maybe help prevent a little bit of the shake from your camera. I know if you were to use the onboard microphone for my 5D Mark IV here, not only does it sound like garbage, but you can hear the lens racking back and forth as it focuses, and that's pretty annoying. So hopefully these little guys here will help take care of that. So let's get this guy hooked up and try it out. So I have my 60D here, and to hook this guy up, super easy. We're just gonna go ahead and loosen up this guy right here on the bottom, slide it into where you would put your flash, and tighten it down here. And you have your plug right here that you're gonna plug into your microphone jack on the side. So I'm gonna open this up. Let's see what we got here. Got my microphone on the top. Go ahead and plug that in. And now we should be good to roll. So I'm gonna take this guy and give it a try, take it around outside a little bit, maybe in here a little, and just kind of see how it works out. And I'm really curious to see what happens here. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is that this guy does take a AA battery. So you can open up the side here, and it's just one AA battery that goes in the side here. So I'm gonna go find a battery, plug it in, and we're gonna give this guy a try, see how it works out, and then I'll be back and show you some samples and some final thoughts on what I think of this microphone for $27. $27, I mean, I still can't believe that. So really curious to see how it does. All right, what's up guys? First test here with the Takstar SGC-598 microphone. We're gonna see how it works out. Got it on top of the camera here. Little project, I'm gonna use it just like I think anybody else would use it, and kind of just see what kind of results we get. Really curious to see how this $27 mic works. So let's go work on some projects. Yo man, it's a bright one out here, but we're gonna get to putting some screen up out here because we painted all this. You can see now it's all nice and white. It was all nasty brown. I'll throw some pictures up here on the screen. You can check it out. But repainted this, and now gonna add in some screen. So let's get to that. All right, big mess we got going on over here. Got some new patio furniture. Got some track down over here that I'm gonna get. So we're gonna get to doing that. Let's do it. Some boxes for the kids to play with. Oh yeah, buddy. All right, heading over, grabbing the track. Now get the boxes set up, little house for the kids. It's fun stuff. You gotta do it, right? Gotta do it. All right. There's our little Ford over there. Talking from behind the camera now, we're gonna go ahead and put all the pieces on the edges there so we can put on some new screen. Gotta get your screws to put it on there too. What's up, guys? Still working on the porch here. It's going pretty good. Microphone seems to be working out pretty good. Got a lot of background noise. Neighbor using the blower, so let's just see how that comes through. Oh, and it just turned off. So we'll see how that goes with some background noise. Got some music going. See how it works out. All right, so got the screen finished up on this wall at least yesterday, and worked out pretty good. You saw a little time lapse there. So I got 2 more to go. Got this wall here and this wall over here. So still got the microphone going here, working on some tests. Gonna try out some different things here. So right now it's microphones turned on, have the 10 dB boost turned off, and then also have the bass reduction, that's turned off too. So we'll see how it does, and run some more tests here and continue to try it out. All right, so here's another quick test. We're gonna zoom in and zoom out with the lens here and see if you hear any noise from that. Woo! Wayne and Garth, anybody? No? All right, let's see if we hear any of that noise. All right, back here with another test in the microphone. I keep trying different things here. One thing I did notice is that sometimes I forget to turn off the microphone because it's got that battery in it, so sometimes I forget to turn it off. Haven't had a dead battery yet, but that's one thing that might be a little bit of an issue if I forget and I don't have an extra battery. But so yeah, so that's one thing I noticed. And just trying out the different settings here. So right now I have the plus 10 dB turned off, and then I also have that bass reduction turned off. I think it's better to get a little bit of that low end in there, and we can always tweak it with a little EQ after the fact. So I'm definitely going to take a little sample here and tweak it and see how I can make this audio sound as best as I can. Most of the video is going to be just the raw audio, but some of it is going to be edited, and I'll let you know in the video when we have the edited audio. Another test here, out doing some crawling, RC crawling, 10 dB off, bass boost off.
Flat tire.
Nice. Beautiful day out, another test here with the microphone on top of the 5D Mark IV. Finally some beautiful weather here in New Jersey. It's like 75 today, beautiful. And yesterday was beautiful. It's like 70 or something. It's nice, what a beautiful day. Whew. Love it, love it. So here's another little test with the microphone. This is with the 10 dB off and the bass boost thing turned off as well. So right now I'm holding it at arm's length, about how far you would if you were holding the camera and vlogging. I'm gonna back up to 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet or 8 feet and see how it sounds. So right here, like I said, arm's length, holding the camera. Right about here is 3 feet away from the camera. Right here is 6 feet away from the camera. And as far back as I can go here, grilling for lunch, is about 8.5 to 9 feet. So we'll see how that sounds. All right, here's another test right in front of the camera, arm's length away. I did turn on the 10 dB, and I also had to lower the settings on my mic input settings on my camera because the plus 10B was too loud. It was peaking before, so I lowered that. So here's arm's length at holding the camera. Back here is 3 feet away from the camera. Coming back 6 feet away from the camera. And again, about 8.5, 9 feet away with the plus 10 dB on. All right, back, this is another test. We are at arm's length from the camera. I turned off the 10 dB gain, and I've also turned on that bass reduction. So this is arm's length holding the camera as if you were vlogging or something. Coming back here is 3 feet away from the camera. Here's about 6 feet away from the camera. And again, about 8 to 9 feet away from the camera. So we'll just see how those do. So after using this microphone out for a while, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. I think it does a great job. So some of the things I noticed, I'm gonna take this clip and I'm gonna actually do some audio processing on it. So this is the clip where I'm gonna tweak it a little bit there in DaVinci Resolve and try and make it sound as good as I can. Although, straight out of the camera, I mean, I have to say, I think this mic does a pretty good job. I have found that leaving that plus 10 dB turned off seems to work the best. You don't get extra background noise and different things going on that you might not want to hear. Kind of, I guess, makes the mic a little less sensitive, which for me seems to work better. And then I also like to turn off that bass reduction. I want to have that low end in there, and I can always change it or remove it later in post if I need to, but I'd like to have it in there. So let's see how this sounds. Maybe I can do a compare before and after with the audio processing for this mic from whatever I might do in DaVinci Resolve once we jump over to the computer. So great mic, I'm loving it, and for 27 bucks, you can't beat it. 27 bucks, you just can't beat it. So good mic, I've been enjoying it so far. All right, down here in the studio, I'm about 5 feet away from the camera and the microphone. I've done a bunch of tests down here. I was getting all kinds of different results. I did notice that in this area where I'm filming, I kind of get a background hiss, which kind of bothers me a little bit. But the main reason I wanted this microphone on top of this angle camera right here is just to help me sync up when I'm recording with this microphone or any other audio, maybe my lav mic or whatever. It'll help me sync up the video with my audio easier in post. So I'm okay if there's a little bit of hiss in there. I guess if I wanted to use that mic, full time and not have to use a different microphone, I might want to boom it in a little or bring it closer to me somehow. Because in the other test, as you saw, it works great when it's close, within 3 feet or so of me talking. I think it works really good then. So this is where I'm going to be using it. I think this works out pretty good. I'll be back with a few thoughts just to kind of wrap things up and maybe some negatives that I kind of found after using this mic and running a whole bunch of tests with it. So I'll be right back in just a second. All right, guys, so we've gone through and done tons of tests. I've tried out all the different settings. I've tried different environments, and you've seen some of them here in this video. So now let's get to kind of wrapping it up here. What are my overall impressions of this $27 mic? My overall impression is that this thing is great. For 27 bucks, you can't beat it. And when I was outside or moving around and about, the mic was quiet. There was no noise coming from the lens, from the camera, or from the microphone moving around. I think it did a really great job, and especially if you're holding it, anywhere in this vicinity within, say, 3 to 4 feet, it sounds great. I think it does a really good job. So there are some drawbacks. So what are some of those drawbacks? One thing is that it's got batteries and you have to turn it on and off. I did find myself sometimes forgetting to turn it off. Although I never had the batteries die on me, I did forget to turn it off a few times. So that's one thing you got to remember is to make sure you turn this guy off. The next big thing that I noticed, which to me was kind of a big deal, is this, that look how far that sticks out there. This sticks out pretty far. So if I was going to take some pictures, boom, I'm catching, I can't look through the viewfinder. So for me, that was kind of a big deal. And I'm like, sometimes I go out and I want to do photos and videos, So this doesn't work for that. So why wouldn't they make it so you could move it? So I thought, well, let me just take this guy off. And if you actually take this off, so unplug it from the camera here. If you look underneath here, there is a screw under here. And you can actually unscrew this and move it back. And I'm actually going to do that. I'll show you a little clip of that at the very end here. But I'm going to unscrew this and move it back so that way when it sits on your camera, where the mount is will be right here. And then you've got plenty of room to put your noggin on there so you can go take a picture. So I think I'm definitely going to move it to there. And I did check that once it sticks the microphone out a little farther, is it going to be in the way of your wide angle lens? And I don't think so. I think it's going to be just fine. So I'm looking forward to doing that because with it back here, I'm just not feeling this big thing sticking out and bunking you in the head. You can't take pictures with it. So that was an important thing for me. As far as the overall settings on here, the plus 10 dB gain, generally, I think I'm going to leave that off. I just find it adds a little extra background noise that's not really necessary. I don't know if it does enough, turning it on. I just don't think it's worth it. And then the bass reduction there, or the high pass filter here, I don't know that that does enough where I'd want to use it either. In some situations, like down here, it seemed to do pretty good, cutting out some of that boomy sound. And in this area, I've got some concrete walls. I hung blankets up, which you can't see, but kind of looks like a disaster. But anyway, it helps kind of limit that sound a little bit. So overall, I would definitely recommend this thing for 27 bucks. You can't go wrong. I think it sounds great. It does a good job. And for me, it was well worth the $27 versus, say, $300, $200 for a higher quality mic. And I just don't know if the difference between those higher end, more expensive mics for your DSLR would be worth it over something like this. So for me, I think this thing was a good buy. If you're looking for a good budget microphone that sounds great, check this out, the Takstar SGC-598. I'll leave a link in the description below, and also comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Can you hear a difference? Do you think it's a decent microphone, or would you not even use it at all? So leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this video. If you liked it and you learned a little something, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more gear reviews, some DaVinci Resolve, a little photography, Photoshop, and Lightroom, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.